Hello, my name is Zach Sweep. I'm a current PhD candidate at NDSU in the Evolutionary Ecology of Variation Lab. And today, the poster I'm going to be looking at was something that I worked on within genetic and environmental sources of behavioral individuality and a test of our standard model. So with this study, we looked at testing the standard model of behavioral individuality and to what degree our behavioral differences among individuals are genetically and environmentally induced. And a lot of this was based around work done with Amazonian mollies who reproduce parthenogenically that suggests that microenvironmental variation can cause behavioral variability. And this study was done in Grylodis sigillatus, and we predicted that the individual variation would be similar to both inbred and outbred individuals. So if we look at how we performed this study, we used 5 inbred lines and put it against 1 outbred line to find the among and within individual variation based on movement behavioral trials. So within that, what did we find? We did not find microenvironmental variation to be sufficient to produce among individual variation. With that, however, we found that 2 of our inbred lines showed more variation than what was expected. And that could have been a few different reasons. So if we look down here at our bottom graph here, we have a few different reasons on why we could have seen this. So the first one being that there is some sort of small amount of micro environmental variation that could be happening. We just don't know how it's going on. Or somewhere along the lines that bed hedging should be coming along within these inbred lines. And then finally, some of our inbred lines just might not be as inbred as we think they are. And with that going on, there may be a future look into testing some of these genetic differences that we see within our inbred lines. So looking at those graphs, we can see that there's another one up here that looks at our within individual variation. As we can see within the individuals, there's actually quite a bit of variance between all of them. So I like to point that out, as we can see that there's not there's a difference within the 2 lines, and within individuals there's actually a lot more variation for some of our inbred lines. So to me, that's very interesting that we can see both of those happening both among individuals and then the difference within individuals. So to kind of point off the main facts of what came up throughout this study is that individuals show greater differences from each other in the outbred line, but inbred crickets still show high variability themselves.